Alright, this should be, I'm going to follow my, my report here a little bit. So if I get lost and I put my mouse to the top, it's because I'm stuck. I'm trying my best to Google. First of all, we want to make a VLAN on this connection here, right? So that this little computer is on what the switch deems a VLAN. So open that bad boy up and let's see here. So we want to enable, we want to go conf t, we want to go interface gigabit 0/1, and we want to go, I think it's switchport access VLAN, and I'm going to call this one 200. Access VLAN does not exist. Try creating VLAN. Oh, creating VLAN 200. Okay, so it's made it for me. So I didn't even have to make the VLAN and then come in here. However, you can edit the name of VLAN if you go into the VLAN interface, and you can change its name. But that's not really needed right now. So you see it's changed to a little orange, and we'll just fast forward a little bit. There you go. So therefore, if I put my mouse on here, sorry. So Gigabit Ethernet 01 is now up. It's running VLAN 200, which means I'm not going to brag about knowing what it means, but if you send any information from here there, this is all VLAN 1 now. So this PC is now, it's VLAN 200. So this PC is now directly connected to a port that's allocated at VLAN 200, which means, you know, later on in the network and stuff, his stuff will be, you know, in its own little VLAN. So that's cute. All right, now we've got to get out of this place. So exit. We're going to run from here. We're going to jump interfaces to the other one. So interface gigabyte 02, and from here we're going to do some crazy stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to change the mode from access. I don't understand what I'm talking about here, but we change it from access to trunking, right? But to do that, we got to first encrypt the trunk. I don't know how this works, man. So don't you know? I'm gonna. Oh Jesus. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so we go switch port, all right, and we go trunk. We go encryption. Oh, sorry, encapsulation, and then D for, yeah. If you Google this, I'll show you. Ah, can I? Oh. Copy. All right. No, Google, I'm not talking to you. No. Alright, so you put it in there. So it's some sort of thing that's related to these guys, is referred to supporting VLANs. Okay, so these geniuses made it up. They couldn't think of anything cooler than 802.1q to call it something like that, but you know what, we're not here to judge them. We're just judging ourselves right now. So okay, so we've set up encapsulation of this on my I don't know if this is 100% necessary, but this is how I got it to work, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so, oh, it kicked me out? What the frick? If I go back to interface, gigabyte 02. Uh-oh, what have I done? Oh, conf t, sorry, and then interface gigabit 2. Okay, so I'm back in the interface. I've set up trunk encapsulation, but I haven't set up anything else. But now that trunk encapsulation is in place, we can go switch port, we can go mode, we can go trunk, and then what happens is it goes from command rejected, interface trunk, the cache is auto, cannot be, oh hold on, maybe it didn't save the last one, that's a bit strange. So just try this again, switch port, trunk encapsulation D, and then switch port mode trunk. There you go. Okay, so I don't know why. I think when I left and came back, it did something weird, but that's it. So same commands that I just used before. I set it up to use encapsulation .1q, and then I ran the command switchport mode trunk, and now this connection here is a trunk connection. Again, I'm not going to tell you what that means really well, but as far as I'm concerned, it sends switch information across the network to wherever else, and it's still like still just it's like I'm gonna use the term linking. Okay, I'll just shut up. Shut the fuck up. You have to Google it, right? Good luck. So that's the trunk setup, and then what we have to do is we want to change how the trunk works. So trunk, sorry. So we've got to give things access. So the next thing we're gonna do is go switchport, access, VLAN, and then you got to give it the VLANs you want to have it on, right? So like on the PC, I have VLAN 200, but I can also have VLAN like 202 because that was all three VLANs. That's 201 and 202. So I'm gonna set it up like that. Oh, shiza, hold on. Switchport native. Switchport access native. What? Switchport. Hold on. Something's alright. Switchport access VLAN 200. Okay, it likes that. Switchport. Hold on, I know what I'm doing wrong. Switchport trunk allow VLAN. Here you go. This is where we give it the different values. Oops. Alright, so this command here is telling it what VLANs it's allowed to send through this trunk. So I'm just giving it all the ones that we would probably be using. And I don't know why this one's here. But what we also want to do is we want to set, I think, you know, with the encapsulation over here, encapsulation dot something, I think for the traffic to go through, it needs a native VLAN. Now, my brain is saying that a native VLAN is, according to Google, all traffic that isn't on the VLAN will go through the native VLAN. So anything like if there's another PC here connected to this cable, I would go through here and then I would just use the native VLAN. So I've got to go switchport, I think it's trunk, native, VLAN, and then you just give it the VLAN that everything else is going to run on that isn't VLAN stuff. So I'm just going to give it 200. So therefore, any junk over here that goes to the network is going to be attached to VLAN 200. So anything that accepts VLAN 200 is going to take anything that isn't a VLAN and also throw it through that network. Yeah, don't listen to my explanations. Just the commands would probably be useful. All right. I think that's everything. So we're going to exit, and then we can go show running config. Hit enter a bunch of times. So here we've got our VLAN access for this connection, and then over here on the other connection we have switchport access VLAN 200. This is set to the native VLAN over here, and the switchport is allowing 200 to 202, including 201. It's using this encapsulation. It's set to trunk mode, and I think the last thing we can do is if I go interface gigabyte O2 switch port. Hold on, I need to enable first. No? Interface. Show interface. Show int gigabyte O2. Oops. O2 switch. There you go. Alright. So this is really, this is small. Okay, so what's happening here is it's showing me what's going on with this connection, right? And it tells you all the cool things like that. That's the name of my VLAN, all that kind of stuff. It's exactly the same information that we saw before, but I think it looks cooler. So I'm totally gonna brag. I learned about this command doing this. Now to test it, let's see if it works. So if the first time it doesn't work, that's okay. But although it worked both times according to that. But I'm also going to run the simulations so I can brag about being able to. I finally figured out how to use simulations. So if we delete and we just run another one and we make it full screen, it's very official. And we go, it runs over there, and then you know what? I don't even know if this has had any difference. But I like to think that this works with the VLAN setup. I don't know. I tested it before and it worked, and then I did all this VLAN stuff, and so I kind of think that without the VLAN stuff it wouldn't work. I'm starting to self-doubt, but those are the commands they use, so good luck. That should be what you need, hopefully. Yeah. Au revoir.